This is my week 4 for this block of doubles. This week's genuinely been... I can't say it's one of my worst weeks of training because objectively I've been hitting a lot of back down PRs and secondary PRs, so it's not been actually a bad week of training. It's just a lot of stuff that's been harder than it should do and stuff like that. So this is me warming up to my primary squat, which, spoiler alert, went terribly. I felt alright warming up. I mean, I've had a bit of a cough the last few days. It's not terrible. It's just caused by my central nervous system being super weak. I'd say stuff moved maybe a little slower than usual today. 180 moved alright. I mean, I think the 202 and especially my last one just didn't move as fast as I wanted to go. I think in my mind I really didn't believe I could hit the top set, to be honest, but I asked some of my friends online and they were like, oh, you might as well go for it. And I have been envisioning this the whole week. It's not a lost cause, I didn't fail both the reps, but it's, but as you can see, my legs look pretty big in this, so it's definitely not, an external thing or, a muscle mass thing. It was pretty much caused by my upper back just not being able to cope with the load, and my upper back just comes out of position and then my whole center of mass shifts and I fail the rep, which is pretty much the issue, which is quite annoying. I mean, it felt pretty light on my back, to be honest. The bar whip's a bit of an issue at this gym. It's pretty horrible, but not the worst thing possible, to be honest. I just failed it, which is annoying. So I recorded all these on my phone, my other phone, because the PT was being a bit funny about me having different cameras, even though the gym was pretty much empty, but it's fine, don't really care. Bench went really well today. As you can see, I was externally rotating my hands a bit more, which just made it feel natural, made it feel how it used to feel. Everything felt super light in my hands. Even 170 felt super light in my hands, so pretty happy with how bench went. I mean, pretty unbelievable result after last week. This would move super fast. Pauses weren't great, I'm not gonna lie, but not the end of the world, is it? So did a cluster double with 170, which is a pretty big PB, but it's cluster double, so it's not that good. Then did a 4x4 with 145. Repeated what I did last week, but it was pretty much easier. I kept hitting the rack, but that was annoying, but this set was fine. This is my first set. So, pretty happy with bench overall. Excited to push in next block. So, deadlifts were pretty good. Don't know why my camera angle is so bad on this, but deadlifts felt pretty good, to be honest, today. I hit a pretty big PB. So, I really can't complain about deadlifts. They've come so far in the last few blocks. And I reckon I don't reckon, I know that I'm peak deadlift now. More peak than my conventional was. So, take just feels good, feels really good. So honestly, just pretty happy with how it's all been going, to be honest. The only issue I have really is that the platform at this gym is horrendous for sumo. It's just, as you can see, I'm literally standing between the wood and the wood and the rubber, which is just causes so many foot pressure issues. Obviously, I'm still doing fine though, so it's not the end of the world. Almost fell over on that one, but this was alright. My hips rose a little bit, which I wasn't happy with, but it was so easy. So this is my top set, 260 for a double. Very happy with this. As you can see, I was almost about to not do it because of my talc on the floor, and I thought that my feet were going to slip. My feet felt pretty slippy. I'm trying to rub it off, and you can see the form moving. It's just the worst setup for sumo, but still managed it. Moved pretty easy, to be honest. RP 7.5 is what I gave it. Probably maybe Yeah, probably RP 7.5. Pretty easy. Pretty much, this is recorded after my entire week 4's been done. Overall, a pretty good week, to be honest. I mean, well, I would say pretty good. I wasn't particularly happy with my squats earlier in the week, but there's nothing really I can do about that. Looking back on the video, it didn't actually look that bad. I think I was just, wanted it to be better than it was. And then went into my session on Sunday, and I mean, to be honest, I was feeling pretty shit. Like, I was tired in the car on the way, even though I had 9 hours of sleep. I just kind of felt a bit, I don't know what the word is, like, just like fatigued. But I went in, I did like all my lifts. My bench went pretty well, to be honest. I mean, I did a cluster double, it turned out to be, with 170, so pretty good. I mean, the first thing I noticed to do was externally rotate my hands more, because I think I'd just got used to not externally rotating my hands for some reason, and pretty much that fixed everything. Like, everything felt super light in my hands, felt easy. So really the issue with my bench the weeks before was not like strength, it was just my external rotation not being right, which is something that I need to stop being complacent with. I think just different setups and everything is just maybe a bit complacent with stuff like that, but at the end of the day, moved pretty well. Can't really complain. I'm going to ask my coach about stuff, like one of my goals is to hit a 180 kilo bench by 21, which is, I mean, I'm 21 in just over a month now, so this is the last block out chance I have to do it. But obviously, I mean, it's just a goal of mine. It's not really gonna help me progress very much. But we'll just see what my coach says. But yeah, we'll see what my coach says. I don't really know what the plan is for the next block. Or also talking about deadlifts. Deadlifts were pretty good. Like, I hit a 260 kilo double, which was pretty easy. I gave it like a 7.5. It was pretty easy. Like, I definitely had another rep in there. But also just felt good. Everything pretty much felt pretty good on warm-ups and everything. So it went as good as it could have gone. I mean, last block I failed 255 for a double. So that's 5 kilos on that for an easier double. And the block before that, so the first block I did sumo, I did 260, but it was horrendous form, max effort. So really excited to see where that's going to go, to be honest, because I don't have a clue where my top end is on deadlifts anymore. I'm probably going to guess like maybe like 275, hopefully. I mean, that would be amazing. That's 600 pounds. I still haven't hit that yet, so. But other than that, pretty good though. Like, I mean, my back was fried in the end. Like, I literally couldn't do back downs pretty much. I did my back downs, but I didn't do and very much weight on them at all. I did less than last week because my back was just fried. But to be honest, I mean, considering the whole trend of the week, this has been a pretty good ending. So I did end with a 660 total, 122. So not doubles, but what can you do? Not the end of the world. I believe I'll probably be on triples next block. So this is my final block at home before I go back to uni. So I think a few changes can be made, but feeling I'm pretty excited to not be pushing it next week. Just have a good week. Just train accessories hard. Keep getting those progressing. Maybe switch some of them up if they're kind of stagnating a bit. But yeah, I mean, overall this block's been a bit up and down, to be honest, but in the end it kind of worked out. I reckon, to be honest, I'm not far off a 700 kilo total right now if I maxed out, unpeaked. Or, I mean, peaked, I think I would definitely have a 700 kilo total right now which would be split like a 245 squat, if I get my back positioning sorted, a 180 bench I think I've got, and then a 275 deadlift I've got. And if I didn't have the squat, I could probably do like maybe a 280 deadlift if I peak for it and perfect conditions and everything. But anyway, that's just speculation and not the case. I've decided my goal or like a nice little aim for my qualifying comp for Nats and Bucks will be 700 kilos, because I feel like that is definitely reasonable for, I mean, I've got another like 6 months almost, so 5 or 6 months until that comp, like probably a good 4 months of building, 4 or 5 months of building, so I've still got a lot of time to perfect everything and stuff. But basically, at the end of the day, stuff's gone pretty well. Like, definitely turned it around from how I felt at the start of this week. But yeah, pretty happy with that, to be honest. I feel like I'm definitely getting a lot stronger. And hopefully next block we'll manage the fatigue a bit better, do a bit, more reasonable weights and stuff. I mean, a lot of my weights that I did this week were pretty reasonable. I was just so fatigued. And that's just how it is, but had an amazing bench block in terms of like reps and volume and stuff, so really can't complain about that. And had a pretty good block in terms of squats as well. There's just that little thing with my upper back giving out on the top end weights, which is just holding me back. But I think little cues like keeping my elbows even more tucked and stuff will fix that, and hopefully we'll get to some bigger weights, because I have the leg mass for it. I have the muscle mass for this. It's just my technique pretty much. I have the muscle mass to squat like a 250 maybe, but I just need the technique. I need to just keep going. I'm probably going to look at my diet again and see what's going on with that. I don't really know yet, but we'll have a look. I mean, my diet's been pretty good, but I just want to keep my externals absolutely perfect if I can. Hopefully we'll be meeting up with Aaron at some point. I'll put his YouTube above to do and maybe Ari as well, some of my mates from uni, to do just like a session at my, I say local Ultraflex. It's not really local, it's like an hour and a bit away, but the one that I go to if on occasion. So I'm going to do that, and I'll probably make a video of that, which will be pretty fun. I don't know when that'll be, next few weeks probably, before I go back to uni. And then there'll be a bit more YouTube stuff with other people, because Theo's got a channel as well. I'll link that up there as well. So there'll be a lot of stuff like interchanged between channels and stuff when we're back at uni. So something to look forward to. But in general, alright block, not bad. Hit what I wanted to hit, just not with perfect rep ranges, but not the end of the world. I think I'll talk to my coach about what I want to do next block. I'd imagine it's something similar, maybe like 650 and 332 or something like that, which would be incredible, by the way. I'd be really happy with that. So we're just going to see. So let's see you in the next one.